showcasing industry leaders. 4C Executive, catching up with some notable figures from across industries we have had the privilege to place. Over the series, we will meet and catch up with a number of individuals to understand the pivotal moments in their career, their lessons in leadership, and what the future has in store. In this episode, we hear from Keith Shorten, Head of Commercial at Ulster Rugby.
So within my career, I would look back at three defining moments which have helped shape who I am today, where I am today, and ultimately where I'll be going in the future. The first was pre-career as such. Whilst I was at university, I was very fortunate to complete an exchange program, and I studied in Arizona for my third year of university. Really opened my eyes to what opportunities were in the world, and it made me a far more rounded person. And I came back from Arizona with my eyes open to the world and a real focus on what was next. Next was London with KPMG, and that would lead me into my second sort of defining moment. 2008, one of several financial crashes in recent times, but it was the one that shaped myself in that it really got me looking at my career choices to date, particularly where I was working within financial services and transactional services, and was that what I wanted to be? And that defining moment made me think and decided that for me, working in an area that I had passion in was more important than maybe chasing the big dollar signs. The third defining moment, which really is the result and why I'm here today, was COVID. COVID and having a young family living in London provided the opportunity for, again, just to step back to think, was that where I wanted to be? Was that where my family wanted to be? And ultimately the decision was no. We decided at that point that we were going to take the opportunity that presented itself to move back to Northern Ireland. And I'll be honest, it wasn't something that I ever thought I would be doing. We were very settled in London. I had a great job. My wife had a great job. But it made us rethink. And ultimately that is what brought me back to Belfast. At the time we both came back with our jobs. But again, then I reassessed. And ultimately that led me to my connection with 4C and using 4C as such and their services to line me up with the role of Head of Commercial at Ulster Rugby. The greatest leadership lesson that I've learnt is empowerment and accountability. The best leaders that I've worked for are the ones who have trusted me in my role, whether that was at a 22-year-old at KPMG, whether that was a 30-year-old at Aviva or a 35-year-old at AEG, but trusted that I could carry out the role and responsibilities that I was tasked with, and gave me that control and empowerment whilst working with and trusting and helping nurture and helping shape what I was working on, but giving me that space. And it's something that I think is absolutely key and something that I try and emphasise as much as possible to those who report into me and to help try and shape their careers. So the next 2 years, that's who knows? If I look back where I was 2 years ago, I was about to embark with my role with Ulster Rugby, and what a roller coaster that has been. And 2 years prior to that was COVID. So I'll have a stab. Key to me is my family. So the next 2 years will be key to helping them and watching them grow, especially the youngest. And the next 2 years for Ulster Rugby is absolutely key. We've carried out, there's been a lot of work in the last couple of years getting us back on a solid base, getting a proper strategy in place, and the next couple of years is really driving that strategy forward and taking Ulster back to being one of the top teams in Europe and being financially stable in the background.